Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In the second part, we are going to talk about how to make passive from or in the continuous tenses. In the first part, we talked about how to make or how to change active sentences in the simple tenses into passive. In this part, we are going to talk about how to change continuous sentences or continuous tenses into passive. Okay, please follow with us. Okay, let's start with the present continuous tense. In this section, we are going to talk about the present continuous tense in the passive voice. Look at the example here. My mom is cleaning the house. Here is the subject or the doer of the verb is known to all of us that my mom is cleaning the house. And here the focus or the concentration is on the subject or the doer of the verb. My mom is cleaning the house. Okay, this is an active sentence, an active voice sentence in the present continuous. We started with the subject here, then with the verb and the object. What's it, the structure we followed here to write this sentence? We put the subject, okay, which, whether it is a noun or a pronoun at the beginning, then we write the helping verb in the present form, is are. After that, we write the main verb ended by ing at the end, okay? Then we write the object. How can we change this sentence into passive? Look at the following example. The house is being cleaned by my mom. What happened in this example? We brought the object which was at the end of the first sentence to the beginning. We took it to the beginning, okay? We started the sentence with the object which becomes the subject here. After that, we used the helping verb is followed by the word being. So the ing transferred or moved from the main verb to the helping verb, being. So the difference between the first one and the passive sentence here is that we inserted the word being in the middle between the main verb and the helping verb. And there is also another point or another change here, which is we changed the main verb from the present participle case into the past participle form, okay? By adding ed to the verb clean. So if you read or compare these two sentences, my mom is cleaning the house, it will be, if you want to change it into passive, you should say it like this: the house is being cleaned by my mom. What's the structure we followed to make the passive sentence here in this slide? Yes, we put the object at the beginning, then we used is are, okay, or the present form of the helping verb be. After that, we write the helping be ended with ing or the verb being as a helping, okay, and then we write the pp. After that, if you would like to mention or you should mention the doer of the verb or the subject, you should mention it after the preposition by at the end of the sentence. The house is being cleaned by my mom. How can we make negative in the present continuous, and how can we change this negative form or affirmative sentence or the negative sentence into passive? How can we change this into passive? Look at the example. My mom isn't cleaning the house. Here it's not affirmative as the previous slide, but it is negative. We make negative in English by adding the word not to the helping verbs in the sentences. So we have two verbs in this sense. The helping verb is and the main verb clean. If we would like to make negative, we should add the word not after the helping verb. We can write it is not, and also we can write it isn't as a shortened form, okay? This is an active sentence in negative form in the present continuous. What's the structure we followed here? This is the structure in the active voice. Subject plus am, not or isn't, aren't, plus the verb ing. After that, we write the object. How can we change this into passive? Look at the example. The house is not being cleaned by my mom. The house is not being cleaned by my mom. Here is the sentence started with the object, which was at the end of the sentence above, okay? Then it comes to the beginning because we followed a specific structure in the passive to write this sentence. What's the structure we followed? This is the structure in front of you. Object, not, is not, are not, being. After that we write the PP or the past participle followed by preposition by, and at the end we write the subject. Okay, here we come to the question. As we mentioned in the two parts before, that we have two types of questions: yes, no question and WH question. Here is the yes, no question. How can we form yes, no question in the active voice in the present continuous? Look at this example. Is your mom cleaning the house? Is your mom cleaning the house? What is the structure we followed here? This is the structure we followed here. Is are plus subject plus verb ing, and at the end we write the object. How can we change this into passive? Okay, we should write is or are at the beginning, then we write the object, not the subject, we write the object, followed by being. After that we write the PP or the past participle of the main verb, followed by the preposition by, and at the end we write the subject or the doer of the verb, because it's not as important as before in the first question. So if we compare these two sentences, is your mom cleaning the house? Is the house being cleaned by your mom? What's the structure we followed here to make this sentence? We followed this structure. We put the helping verb is are at the beginning, then we write the object, not the subject. After that we write the helping verb being instead of cleaning in the above sentence. Then we write the PP of the main verb, and we end the question like this. The second type of question is WH question. We have WH question. What's WH question? We talked about, and we repeated this many times, but I am going to tell you. WH questions are the questions that begin with words like what, where, when, why, whose, whom, why, and how. These all the question words that start with W and H. Okay, it's easy and you know it before. So let's come to the question: who is cleaning the house? Who is cleaning the house? Here we are asking about the subject or the doer of the cleaning. Who is cleaning the house? What's the structure we followed here to make an active question from this sentence in the present continuous? We write the question word, okay? Then is are, the helping verb. Then we followed the subject. What will we do, or what we need to do if we would like to change this question into passive? We should follow the other structure below here. We should write the question word, then is are plus the object, not the subject, plus being, plus the PP or the past participle, followed by the preposition by, and at last we write the word or the doer or the subject of the sentence or the action. Look at the example. Who is the house being cleaned by? If we compare these two questions, okay, who is cleaning the house? Who is the house being cleaned by? Who is the house being cleaned by? Okay? You should follow this structure if you would like to make a question in the passive voice in the present continuous, and you follow this structure if you would like to make a question in the active voice in the present continuous. In this part, we are talking about how to change continuous tenses into passive. We talked about the present continuous tense in the passive, and in this part, we are going to talk about the past continuous passive. My little brother was playing with my camera. Was playing, it's not is playing, was playing yesterday at a specific time yesterday or in the past. So this sentence in the active voice, we know the door here and he is or it is at the beginning of the sentence. It's my little brother, my little brother. Okay, then comes the verb was playing, the second part of the sentence. Then the last part with my camera. My camera is the object of this sentence. We write the subject was and were, and we add ing at the end of the main verb. At last we write the object here. How can we change this into passive? Look at this sentence. My camera was being played with by my little brother. Okay, we took the object or the word camera here and put it at the beginning of the sentence in the passive voice. We should always begin with the object. If the sentence does not have an object, so there is no passive. The passive is mainly and basically built on the object. So we write the word my camera, then we write was or were. It's related, if the subject is singular, we write was. If the subject is plural, we write were. So, okay, after that we write the word being. Okay, we took the ing here and added to the verb be, the helping verb be, to become being. Okay, and inserted between the helping verb was and were and the main verb in the past participle. Here the structure we followed to make the passive here. We put the object was and were or were, was or were. If the object is singular, we use was. If the object is plural, we use were. Okay? After that we should write the object, then the word being or the helping verb being, and the past participle. What will we do if this sentence is negative? How can we form negative in active voice in the past continuous? And how can we change this into passive in the past continuous? Look at the example, okay, in front of you. My little brother was not playing with my camera. Was not playing, okay? So we add the word not after the helping verb to make it negative. We write the subject, then wasn't, weren't, and the verb ing, and at the end we write the object. It's an active voice. The subject at the beginning and the object at the end. How can we change this into passive? In the same way, we put the object at the beginning, my camera. We take it from the last position to the beginning. Okay, my camera was not. The difference here is not, only not. So we use wasn't being played with by my little brother. Let's see the structure we followed here. Object, wasn't, weren't, being, the PP or the past participle, followed by preposition by, and at last we write the door or the subject. If you would like to mention it, you should mention it after the word by. Here we come to the question. As I mentioned before, that we have two types of questions. Yes, no questions and WH question. We should start the question with the word was or were, the helping verb. The question should begin with helping verb. Was your little brother playing with your camera? We should put here a question mark. What's the structure we followed here? We followed this structure, okay? This rule. Was or were at the beginning. If the subject is singular, we use was. If it is plural, we use were. After that, we write the subject, verb ing at the end, and object at the end of the sentence. How can we change this into passive? We should write it like this. We should start the question with was or were, as above, okay? But here we should change. Here we put the subject, but here we should put the object. Here was your little brother. Here was your camera. Here also we add the word being or the helping verb being instead of playing, okay? And the main verb playing, changed into PP or the past participle form by adding ed at the end of the main verb. After that, we can mention the door at the end. Let's come to the structure we followed to change the question here from active to passive. We put was or were at the beginning, then the object, then we write being, and after that we write the BP. The second type of question is the WH question. And I mentioned before that the WH means the question words that start with, look at this example. Who was playing with your camera? Who was playing with your camera? Who is the WH word? Was helping verb playing with your camera. What's the structure we followed here? We should, when we make question in active voice in the past continuous, we should write the question word at the beginning, was or were. After that, we should write the subject, okay? After that, we should write the verb plus ing. At the end, we should write the object. How can we change this into passive voice? Who was your camera being played with? Who was your camera being played with? We write the question word, then the helping verb, and after that, instead of writing the subject, we write the object. And the word being, and we add the PP or the past participle with. What's the structure we followed here? Look at this is the structure. WH word, was or were, object. After that we write being, and at the end we write the PP. If you would like to mention the subject, you should write the word by and the door or the subject. Here's we come to the end of this part, and I wish that this was clear for you. Thank you so much.